And even though the Bobcats would finish near the bottom of the barrel again, they did show that they have some pieces to build around. Steve, not only Walker, but also Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
The young forward from Vanderbilt, the drafted Cody Zeller from Indiana, who looked really good in the summer league and is proving to be a pretty solid player in the NBA. So this is a team that is starting to add some talent to this roster.
Battier's shot. Good.
That's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against Dallas.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Bobcats leading by 4. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Spoelstra. I asked him what their focal point would be defensively, and he said that Al Jefferson is at the top of their scouting report. With his smooth, low-post repertoire and mid-range shooting touch, he can put up points in a hurry. He said they'll try to steer him to his left hand as much as possible and just hope for the best. Kevin, we'll see if they can force him into a tough night.
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's LeBron following the score by Charlotte. Wash kicks to James. Battier outside. 6 on the shot clock. Wade outside. Lets it fly. Nice jump shot. Good.
Hasn't been able to get it going offensively. It's been a slow start for him.
Adams against Wade. Drive by Adams. It's deflected. Stolen by Bosch. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade passes to Bosch. Poked away, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. A different look for Miami. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Bosch. And it's Beasley in for Shane Battier. Oden dishes to Chalmers. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Adams. And he gets it to go. Adams has got 6.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
LeBron kicks to Beasley. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Allen passes to Oden. And he banks in the layup. Looking at the last game for the Charlotte Bobcats, it was a loss to Cleveland.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
Those shots good from Adams.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here's Oden. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Adrian. No good from Beasley.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
And Adams kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. He dishes it to Tolliver. And stolen by Oden. The Heat trail by 6. Chalmers passes to LeBron. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. James has got 5 points so far.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists. You know, coming into the league, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist was the small forward who could give you a little bit of everything. And that's exactly what he did in his rookie season with the Bobcats. He's just been the man since the start of this quarter, and just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Here's Chalmers looking for his first basket still in this one. Allen kicks to LeBron. Beasley for 3. Offensive rebound. Oden. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys. A moment here to take a look at some of the numbers Ray Allen put up last season. 5th in free throw shooting. And with that smooth stroke of his, he also climbed all the way into the top 15 in terms of three-point shooting accuracy.
Yeah, and you talked about it, Steve, what a stellar season it was for him at the stripe. I mean, They are freebies. They're called free for a reason, and he certainly made that come true because he knocked them down at a high rate.
And you think of the comparisons for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. He reminds a lot of people of Gerald Wallace. What about
I like that comparison, quite honestly. Wallace probably the best top player in Bobcats franchise history, Kevin, and both terrific athletes with major motor. Guys that you didn't have to rev up. Good defenders and rebounders. I think that's a realistic comparison.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. He told his players that the defense they're up against today has a weakness, and it's protecting the rim. He said, we can make them pay with constant, aggressive moves to the 10 every time down. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thank you, Doris.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. I mean, just getting physical. Like, it feels like they've got every rebound. But
a shot by Beasley. Moves back up. No luck. Nice D from Henderson. Bobcats leading by 6. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Knocked away. It's stolen by Wade. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. LeBron James is out there with Beasley. And it's Oden in at the 5 down low. Here's Adams. Greg Oden picking up that last basket. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
Well, that's the name of the game for him. Just putting the ball in the bucket. How about the season he had a year ago?
And here are the Heat now. It's a 13-point game. And it's Wade with the jam.
Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Now, here's Kidd Gilchrist. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Also had 4 blocks on the night, so terrific game at both ends of the floor.
Here's Wade. James outside. Beasley outside. The putback, and it's Oden finishing it off.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
And he gets it to go.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
Now here's Walker following the miss by Greg Oden.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Walker against Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. Here's LeBron, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch 4. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
Now here's Kidd Gilchrist, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Walker's got space, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a moment to check out Miami, who they've got coming up. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road. A 26
With 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
Now, here's Chalmers. Back to James. Pocket 6. He feeds it to Oden. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnovers.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It'll really snowball on it.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Rush comes in for Greg Oden. And Shane Battier up in for Michael Beasley.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those things has been rebounding, Clark.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Bobcats.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity defensively.
Another big aspect of their game tonight is transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Bobcats leading by 6. Walker the pass to Adams, and stolen by Chalmers. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
Well, these 2 clubs have 4 divisional battles to play this season, so let's get ready to enjoy this first one.
Steve touched on it, Clark. 4 games between them this season. There's no way those games don't have a lot to do with how this division is going to shape up at the end of the year.
Kevin, there's no question about that at all. I mean, this series is going to have a huge influence on the playoff race, not just for these 2 teams, but for the rest of the division as well.
Taylor's checked in for Charlotte. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That one's good, and the Bobcat lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Chris Bosh. Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Walker kicks to Adams. Back to Walker. There's the 3, and he gets it to go. Walker's got 15. And what energy in connection with the crowd, guys. Wow.
He's trying to get his fans pumped up and just rallying them into action.
Well, he's a guy that knows how to get this building rocking, fellas, and he understands how much of a momentum booster the crowd can be.
Can't hit. And so we wrap up the first.
Dwayne.
And it's a good one going on out in Charlotte. Glad to have you with us for our halftime report. The Bobcats doing well so far. It's been an uneven start to the season. They're hungry for wins, no doubt about it. They've been a terror in transition, dicing up the D on the open court. Kemba Walker has been outstanding. He's got 15 points, and it's been bombs away from outside. Tough matchup, but the Heat staying afloat. Defensive pressure so far paying off. They're forcing miscues, ripping and running. A big first half for Dwayne Wade. He's got a dozen points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. That will be all for us. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
What a stellar outing in this one for Fresh. He's got 16 points and 2 rejections. You talk about being on. He's been it. Not even 1 missed shot so far.
Yeah, this is superhuman stuff we're seeing right now.
Kemba Walker is out there with Ben Gordon. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Josh McRoberts. And it's Allen with it. Now guarded by Henderson. Allen dishes to Lewis. Easily outside. Allen up top. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Well, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key parameters in determining the victor.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hi, guys. Fresh in their last game against the Cavaliers had a huge game. He finished with 24 points, and did he ever have active hands on defense? Stealing, blocks, both were a part of his game that night. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by Steve his standards.
Well, those are pretty high standards ordinarily. We'll see how much it carries over. It's not a performance that will be easy to repeat.
But you like to have that in your arsenal and on your resume so you can call on it the next time you get out on the court. So I think it'll serve him better than it won't.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal. You know, it was a rough year last season for the Bobcats, but they didn't do so bad against the East. Didn't finish with more wins than losses or anything, but with 18 wins against the rest of the conference, they weren't at the bottom in that category either.
Allen off a pick from Haslam. Wade drives in. Now Haslam inside, and he gets it to go. Haslam's got his first 2 points.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Well, as you said, Clark, the Bobcats with 18 wins against the East last year, not anywhere close to where they need to be, but Steve, they did have a better winning percentage there compared to other splits.
Well, that's a bright spot, I guess, Kevin. If that's what they're hanging their hat on, though, they're in some trouble. I mean, this is a team that has a lot of work to do to get back to the playoffs. But I guess it is good that they're in the East. That's the weaker conference by far.
Good. 14 points for Wade.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today, and just as hot as he was last time out.
Hargo kicks to Kid Gilchrist. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Charlotte gets it back. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Kid Gilchrist has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Here's Allen. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Gennaro Parker.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
And then Wade slams it in.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Jefferson, a screen on Chalmers. Jefferson passing to Adams. He kicks it to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Adams. Charlotte moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Henderson. Offensive rebound.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Wade fires. No good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Here's Adams inside to Jefferson. And Allen with the block.
Probably use a little clock here.
Yep, make this the very last possession.
Here's Wade, and it's blocked by Adams. Outside Adams. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Can't connect from short range. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Bobcats. They lead by 18. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte.
Tune in Monday, November 18th. The Charlotte Bobcats go on the road to battle the Chicago Bulls. Live from United Center. Dome.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two.
Charlotte leading by 16. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. On the wings, it's D. Wade and LeBron James. Shane Battier is out there with Chris Bosh. And it's Chalmers in at the 1. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Bobcats. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Yeah, some really good matchups out there. And that Chicago Bulls game is one that I'll be checking out.
The first one falls. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Heat trail by 17. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. James. It's rebounded by Adams. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Adams. Adams right side. Adams right side. Inside to Jefferson. And that is good. And the Bobcats lead by 19.
Well, he's very strong inside, particularly as a finisher. So even if you give him a hard foul, hard contact, nothing seems to bother him. And this guy, as a result, is a good scorer.
Exactly. That's about the only way to stop him once he's making a run at the hoop. Well, you know, you look at LeBron James, maybe more than any other player in NBA history, he's great in a way that transcends position. Size, skill, savvy, know-how. I mean, he's got it all.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And we can talk about LeBron's ability to really play any position on the floor. When you look back, has Steve there ever been a player you could say that about?
I'm not sure if you could say that about both ends of the floor. I mean, there's a lot of great defensive players who could guard everybody. Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman. Offensively, Magic Johnson could play any position he wanted, but to be able to do so at both ends is what separates LeBron James.
Here's Bosh. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bobcats leading by 17. Chalmers dishes the Bosh. Out to Wade. Feeds it to LeBron. Back to Wade. LeBron outside. Right side Bosh. Good. Bosh has got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Charlotte's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And it's Wade with the jam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
And turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
Yeah, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
The Heat trail by 11. LeBron with it. Now guarded by McRoberts. T. Wade on the wing. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Wade's got 10 points here in the second half.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
Adams against Chalmers. And he slams it one-handed. Nice eyes for the termination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce. Right there, an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
And down it goes, jamming that one home. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Bosh, that's the pick for James. Double team on Bosh. Heat moving the ball around. And here's Chalmers from the arc. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Drive by Adams. Here's McRoberts. And it's Miami with the rebound. Battier's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Chalmers with it. Now defended by Adams. Here's Battier. And the 3 off target.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
And Adams kicks to Gordon. Back to Adams. Got a piece of it. And stolen by LeBron. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Pass to Jefferson. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Bobcats lead by 10. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Bobcats?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, because they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
Kicks it out to James. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the elbow. No good. Nice D from Adams.
That's pretty much how this game has gone. They've controlled the boards and looked to come away with the win right here.
Here's Jefferson, and it's good. Jefferson's got 20.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in the corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
LeBron drives in.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. He has 14 points and 7 assists. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
Well, it's a good example, Clark, of how you set the table for the rest of your teammates. He's really brought focus and energy to this game.
In the first half, he was able to get to the line a little bit more. Let's see if he can pick it up here.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
Adams, the pass to Jefferson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jefferson's got 22 points.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Passes it to Chalmers. It's blocked. Kid Gilchrist against Battier. Dives for it. And so it looks like the Bobcats will retain possession here. Gordon kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Adams outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Adams has got 14 points here in the second half.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Bosch hits the pick for James. The 3 from Chalmers. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 8th assist in the game. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, give themselves a little break, too.
Catch the breath.
Yeah.
Offensive rebound, and it's blocked by Bosch. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Chalmers with the ball. Here's the dish to Battier. It's a mark. No good from LeBron.
So he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge to margin for Charlotte.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
Yeah, I thought the subs came in and did an outstanding job, Kevin. Those points off the bench were huge.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Fresh. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
And stolen by James. Pass to Bosch. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Adams outside. Lets it fly. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
To this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you add?
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Al, this was a game where you guys seem to have a
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan. Presents our player of the game, Fresh.
Hey, man. Glad I caught you. I was hoping to have a chance to talk with you for a few minutes before getting out of here.
What's up, LeBron?
So listen, I just wanted to let you know that you caught my eye. I've liked your attitude, and I see the potential in your game.
Thanks, man. It's nice to hear coming from you.
But you got a long way to go. When I see a young guy like you with a chance to make a real impact in this league, I like to try to share some of the things I've learned early on that helped me to be successful.
Yeah, I'm always willing to listen to one of the greats. What you got?
All right, so there's 3 things I've always tried to stress to a player at this point in their career. First, try to give your mind a break every once in a while. I mean, if all you do is think about basketball, it can become too much. Take some time before the game, clear your head, listen to some music, read a book, do whatever. Just make sure you can get away enough to refocus mentally and get yourself in the right place.
That's cool. I can dig that. What else you got?
Okay. Second, be smart with your decisions. Be careful who you associate yourself with. And don't forget that there's always people around who will try to take advantage of you.
For sure. I've experienced some of that already, man.
You have no idea. Man. And third, the most important, keep pushing yourself to the limit. If you ain't willing to put in the time, you better believe there's 100 other players that are. Hard work will take you a long way, man. Don't let your talent go to waste.
That's a lot to think about. I'm definitely going to keep it in my mind.
You do that. I'm sure we'll be meeting up again sometime soon. Looking forward to seeing what else you can do, both on and off the floor.
Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate you coming over and talking to me today.
Oh, for sure, man. Good luck with the rest of the season.
Thanks for stopping by. As you know, it's important for me to regularly check in with all of our players. So, how you feeling about the team at this point of the season?
I mean, everything's going great. The guys are great, coach is great, I'm great.
You are.
Man, do you know Bob from maintenance?
Yeah, I do. He's a good man. You know, tomorrow's his birthday.
What?
Yeah, don't forget to wish him a happy birthday when you see him in the hallway.
I will definitely not forget to do that.
And ask him to come by and clean my windows.
That's what I was just going to say,
Dude, I'm
man.
telling you, I've been working on it, and he's been pretty busy, though, with stuff, so...
You're the boss, man.
I know. Well, I'm a nice boss, so...
It's crazy.
That's the thing, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, coach has just buzzed me a couple seconds ago. You're late for practice, so you better get down there.
Hello, ladies and and gentlemen, we have initiated our descent into Chicago metro area. Hope you have enjoyed the flight. See you again soon.
We make it cool to be sucked. We make it cool to be sucked. We make it cool to be sucked.
Beautiful evening here in Chicago, Illinois, as we take a look at the iconic high-rises of downtown Chicago. We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now of the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Kemba Walker?
Well, he's the guy that shoulders the load for his team. And that's exactly the way he wants it. He's the leader. He feels like as he goes, his teammates go.
Unquestionably, the guy that keeps everybody else in line. It's not even an issue. If somebody's not doing his job, he'll call them out and let them know about it.
As you take a look at Charlotte, well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
Checking out Charlotte, they've inserted themselves right into the playoff conversation, at least in the early going, that is.
Yeah, they seem to have turned a corner, climbing the ladder to a team that just might make the postseason.
By Adams.
Hey, people had no idea, guys, how the Bulls were going to do last season dealing with the Rose injury, but they showed very quickly that they're going to be a team in the hunt, and they were still going to be hard to beat at home.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Well, he's become one of the most dependable free throw shooters around, about 82% on the year.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
That free throw, no good. And they can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Bulls have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Heinrich kicks to Rose. The 11-footer, and the shot is good. And back to the Bulls at the United Center. Clark was just mentioning 24-17 here in this building a year ago. And even though, Steve, they didn't have a lot of high-flying highlights here, they knew how to close out games.
Well, they defend, and that's the main thing. If you want to finish and close out games, you have to be able to defend and rebound. And that's what Tom Thibodeau's teams are always all about, and this year is no exception.
For Chicago, they won their last contest, that game against the Indiana Pacers.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
To the right side. And Walker kicks to Adams. Heinrich with the steal. Rose attacking. Heinrich outside. The feed now to Gibson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Bulls. Fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three. And, of course, Charlotte. They're 5 spots away.
Well, I think for Charlotte, they look like a team that's ready to compete for the playoffs as I see them. I mean, we start this season, and this, to me, just on observation, looks like a playoff team.
Yeah, their fan base is so excited just to see them winning some games and looking competitive. We'll see if they can go a step further and maybe capture a spot in the playoffs.
Here's Adams. And that one's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Rose passes to Gibson. On the paint. The rebound by Adams. As doubting for Charlotte, they won that game against the Miami Heat.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Chicago making a switch here.
They find themselves down here in the first, and a lot of that can be attributed to the early foul trouble.
A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Teague kicks to Murphy. Back to Teague. Teague gets a screen from Murphy. 5 to shoot. It's blocked. And change shot. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Pargo. Teague covering. And Adams kicks to Pargo. Taylor attacking. No good. Great D that time from Gibson. Chicago has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Adams against Teague. He feeds it to Gibson. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And the Bulls lead by 1.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
And there's the call. Chicago the foul. And you were saying that the fouls in this game a big reason for the score.
Yeah, Kevin, I think that's the case. I mean, they've allowed the other teams to get to the line early and often, and you don't want to start that way. I tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau. Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Snell, defended by Adams. That's tipped. Pushing it up for the finish. Finish off the break. Now it's a 4-point Bobcat lead.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. Floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Bobcats as they end the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bobcats.
You know, they've done it.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. The 3 and 4 are Luol Deng and Taj Gibson. And it's Muhammad in at the center. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You know, one of the things that's really hard to do in the NBA, it's actually one of the hardest things to do in the NBA, is to stay in front of Derrick Rose. I mean, it's not just his burst of speed or his quick first step, but he's got one of the meanest, nastiest, filthiest crossovers in the entire league. And then you add his strength and explosiveness in the air to that, that's lethal.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. Fresh in their last game against the Heat was simply terrific. He ended up with 34 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Clark here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogg'ian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
Bobcats trail by 3. And for Rose, as he returns from his knee injury, you wonder how that'll affect his ability to blow by defenders, which was such a great quality he possessed prior to the injury. Shooting from the outside is solid, but he hasn't been elite to this point in his career with that shot. So there's a lot of unknowns still about his game being so young. You expect it.
It's going to be an adjustment, Kevin. I mean, you have to find your confidence after an injury like that. I think he is going to be a better shooter because there was one thing he could work on while he was out. It's that outside jump shot. But we got to give him some time to just get his confidence and find his game again.
Goes up the baseline. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Bobcats have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Adams with it. He's picked up by Deng. Adams against Deng. Walker gets a screen from Adams. 4 on the clock. Walker's got space. Drops one in from the wing. Walker's got his second basket. Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Rose dishes to Butler. Adams against Rose. The teardrop falls in. Rose has got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And Chicago shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Outside Butler. 1:32 left to play here in the half. Gibson inside, and the shot is good. Gibson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
Well, great sign because after that poor first quarter, now they're playing better offensively and they have the lead.
Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. The Bobcats making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. Adams against Rose. And there's the basket, good from Adams. Adams has got 13.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Double team on Rose. Passes it to Dunleavy. From past the arc. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Dunleavy's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Adams against Rose. Here's Jefferson. And there's another one for the Bobcats.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Murphy down low. Jefferson on him. And the basket by Murphy. Murphy's got his first 2 points of the night. Bobcats trail by 4. Adams right side. Poke loose. Stolen by Rose. Butler passes to Dunleavy. Back to Butler. He kicks it to Dunleavy. Now the pass to Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And that concludes the first half.
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jefferson, and now what's...
Now, presented by Sprint.
Monday has almost come to an end. Let's celebrate with a little halftime show. The Bulls have the lead out in Chicago against Charlotte. A strong beginning to the season. They've wasted no time in getting off on the right foot. Derrick Rose has been on a roll in the first half. He's got 25 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 25 points and a very productive day for him at the foul line.
I'll say, he's drawn a lot of contact, drawing some fouls in just about every way possible, and he's made them count at the line.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Charlotte. At the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Kemba Walker is out there with Adams, and it's Jefferson in at the 5 spot. Adams with it. Boozer picks him up. No good from Adams.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Here's Rose. The shot no good. Nice D from Adams. And folks, what an outstanding array of talent we've got here. Just look at the list for all-time career scoring average. Jordan and Chamberlain and LeBron. And Gibson kicks to Murphy. Pass to Teague. Picked by Murphy. Adams against Teague. Snell. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only can they pass, they can fill it up. The highest scoring point guards this season. Derrick Rose is second. And, of course, Fresh.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket. Well, you know, Charlotte knew they had to improve in a lot of areas, and defense was one of them. Drafted a guy like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist who can cause trouble, but unfortunately they still have a lot of work to do, as they were still one of the worst defensive teams in the league in efficiency.
The Bulls leading by 18. Teague dishes to Butler. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. And it's blocked by Adams. To the paint. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 7 points in the game. Well, Clark, as you said, the Bobcats started to add more defensive players to their roster, but had a lot of trouble in a lot of different areas. Gave up, Steve, way too many threes. The second worst defensive three-point percentage in the NBA.
Yeah, the defense is going to have to improve, Kevin. There's no question. It's going to be a team effort. You've got to have 5 guys on the floor committed. It's going to take some time, but they've been drafting defensive-minded players, and that should help.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Yes, Kevin, Al Jefferson signed a 3-year, $40 million contract with the Bobcats this summer. He said growing up in small-town Prentiss, Mississippi, it's no problem for him playing in a small market, and he loves the fit with the team. Coach talked about the impact he can have, saying, quote, the toughest thing to do is execute in the half-court offense. But when you have a guy like Al, it makes it a lot easier. Guys?
Sure does. Thanks, Doris. Bobcats trail by 20. And Adams kicks to Zeller. That's good. Zeller's got 8.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Teague against Adams. Teague, the pass to Gibson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That's his 5th foul.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. And my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Gordon. And it's Fargo in for Sessions. And the shot is good.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. You've got one team moving crisply to get good shots, and the other team just a bit stagnant.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Shots good by Fargo.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Still early on, Kevin, in this new basketball season for Chicago. Here's where they stand in the NBA ranking. First in rebound, first in assists, and they're number 1 in block shots. This is a team that doesn't allow easy shots in the lane.
And probably what impresses me the most, Clark, out of all those stats you're talking about is the rebounds per game, because this is a team that has become very physical. They'll put a body on you, and they'll really dominate the paint if you don't stand up to the task and really attack them back.
Steve Clifford has 13 years of experience as an NBA assistant coach with stops in New York, Houston, Orlando, and Los Angeles, and now as the new coach in Charlotte. I think he's the guy that's going to do well there.
Luol Deng is checked in for Taj Gibson. The Bulls leading by 16. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Teague against Adams. Teague dishes to Noah. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists in the game.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Here's Adams, and Fresh picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
Adams against Rose. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Rose has got 27.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be handled by the big boy.
And as we end the third quarter,
All right. Yeah.
and here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Now a brief chance to view our State Farm assist of the game. It's 1 of 7 terrific assists on the night from Adams.
And what you love about his ability to pass the ball, Kevin, is that it just seems so natural to him, so fluid. He's always in control, understanding where his teammates are and anticipating passing angles.
On the wings, Butler and Deng. Up front, Boozer and Noah. And it's Rose in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And Adams gets to Walker. Up top, Adams. He's covered by Rose. Soft touch off the glass. That's 10 points for Cody Zeller.
Well, you just can't give them that kind of position in the post.
I tell you what, when he gets it in that tight, he's going to bury those.
Goes off the pick from Boozer. Rose passes to Butler. Stolen by Walker. Adams outside. Here's Zeller. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you look at Zeller. He's a 6'11 center. Very quick, agile, very skilled. He can handle the ball. Has great touch inside. I think the question mark is just his overall strength down on the block.
Well, Steve, you know what? I love everything about Cody Zeller. And you're right, the strength is something he'll have to work on, but he can get that. He's added strength since he was at Indiana just 2 years. So you know that'll come. But his skill set and the footwork you love to see in a guy that big. He knows how to get angles to finish. I think he's got a really bright future in the NBA.
5 on the clock. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Noah. The Bulls leading by 17. Here's Boozer, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
And Adams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Adams. Adams off the pick from Zeller. Adams with it. Boozer picks him up. It's stolen by Dang. Quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Rose dishes to Boozer. Open shot, Dang, again, Chicago. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Chicago.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Rose goes in, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Ben Gordon's checked in for Walker. Here's Adams. Boozer with the rebound. Boozer's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Rose kicks to Dang. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, plays like that, hustle plays on the glass, and then staying with it, being active, it really caused some problems for that defense.
5 by Adams. Inside to Jefferson, stolen by Noah. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Outside Rose. Noah with a screen to Rose. Rose off the pick from Noah. Rose, that's good.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Adams against Rose. And Adams kicks to Gordon. Pulls it up. A shot's good from Adams. Adams has got 19 points.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
Over to the left wing. Here's Boozer. Can't hit. Excellent defense there from Cody Zeller. The Bobcats have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And Adams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Noah with the block. Rose goes in. Open shot. Bang. Yes. And it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bobcats shooting about 43% here in the 4th quarter. Adams against Rose. Jefferson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Jefferson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Rose kicks to Boozer. Takes the turnaround J. And it's Boozer again missing.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with him.
Poked away. Butler with the ball. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Bobcats. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
I tell you, I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Brooklyn game turns out.
Adams, the pass to Jefferson. Knocked away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bobcats will retain possession. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That's the first of 6 played on the road. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. 6 to shoot. Jefferson, a screen on Rose. And Adams kicks to Jefferson. Good. Jefferson's got 6 in the quarter.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
Butler kicks to Boozer. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you know, Carlos Boozer wasn't as efficient last season as we've seen in the past, and I think in large part it was due to the extended absence of Derrick Rose. He was the bailout option for the team on many occasions.
And Clark, for Boozer, you talked about his offensive efficiency. Strong, physical player, but he only averaged about, Steve, I think like 3 free throws a game last season.
Well, he's a fadeaway jump shooter. He's an excellent offensive player, pretty efficient in his scoring. But most of his post-ups end up in fadeaway jump shots, and that's why he doesn't get to the line very often.
The Bulls leading by 20. Right side Rose. Right side Rose. Noah dishes to Dang. Stolen by Gordon. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you look at Ben Gordon, guys, a pure shooter, clearly. Spot up, pull up. However he gets his shot off, you expect it to go in.
And going back to Ben Gordon, Clark, you called him a pure shooter, but he doesn't bring a whole lot else, does he, Steve?
Well, he's limited offensively. You know he can shoot and score, but not really a playmaker. And he's not big enough to post up, and he's not a great defender. But you know what he is? He's a
None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He's concerned with what he called their lack of effort on the defensive glass, saying he wanted to see them exerting a lot more energy to prevent second chance opportunities. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Adams, the pass to Zeller. Back to Adams. Makes it off the glass. Adams has got 23 points.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
And the foul on Al Jefferson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Boozer, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. Noah kicks to Boozer. Dishes it to Rose. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Jefferson. And it's Gordon penetrating. That's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
There's 1:40 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Butler, and it's sent back by Jefferson. Here's Gordon. He dishes it to Jefferson. And that is good. Jefferson's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for the Bulls.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Rose. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Zeller with the double team. Butler dishes to Boozer. Butler kicks to Dang. And the 3 off target.
How it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Goes up again. He lays it in.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And Chicago shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Rose against Adams. Double team on Rose. Shot clock at 6. Noah, the pass to Rose. Zeller grabs the board.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Adams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Adams right side. And he gets the bucket.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Carlos Boozer.
I hate missing free throws. 2 in a row? That's just bad. I appreciate that. Yeah, that sounds good. All right.
Tonight, for the first time, you cracked double digits in assists. Did you see this coming before the game, or did it end up being a bit of a surprise?
Well, I'd say it was a nice surprise. I was just passing the ball anyway. My teammates deserve all the credit for this one. They were putting themselves in position to get good looks, and when they got the ball, they were knocking their shots down. And when that's happening, it's pretty hard not to get that many assists, you feel me? Good effort by everyone involved, for sure.
Problem, let's do this.
Now let's see if I can carry this in the next game. Thanks. Hey, I really appreciate you coming out here with me tonight.